And it's For Your Games here with.
Hi, my name is Matt. Pleasure being here.
Pleasure having you. And what are we playing today?
This is an early, we'll call it alpha stage version of a tower defense game. I'm in the middle of retheming it. Originally, it was going to be just an evil tower with monsters coming out. So my new theme is protecting your front lawn, overly protective guard dogs.
Funny, funny. Right, and yeah, so we're still seeing the monster kind of motif going right now, though, right?
For most things, you'll see the monster motif. You'll see the green path is where I've started making, a front yard looking kind of a path where we've got the street entrance and we've got the entrance for the actual house. But then in the corner bag here, tucked away, I have some assets I can show you real quickly. So, for example, these little dog guys will be the base defenses in the future.
Yeah, cute. Adorable. Nice. And the poop, that's my favorite.
Yeah, so right now mines are the thematic monster, and I've replaced that thematically with, like you said, the fertilizer that's on the front yard.
Ah, cool.
So I do have a two-player version of this, but as this is a playtest, we try things and we see what works and what breaks. I thought we would try a version where in a two-player game we keep the four-player board, but you and I will control two players each. So you'll be able to control green and red, and I'll control blue and yellow. So opposite colors.
Cool. How do I select two seats?
You can't, so you can just sit at one of the two, and then you'll just be able to control both. Any player can interact with any piece, and if you really wanted, you could stand up and sit down again at red, but or just spin your camera around. It really doesn't matter which place you sit at the table, as long as you know which two colors to command.
Okay. And, let me see. Yeah, how do you spin the camera around?
For me, I
Oh,
right-click
I
on the
got
mouse
you.
and hold it, and it will spin it.
But you say hold Alt, though.
No,
Okay.
not Alt. For me, it's holding the right mouse click button.
Uh,
So it kind of anchors the mouse when I right click and hold it.
okay.
And then as I move the mouse, it pivots the camera instead of moving the mouse.
Okay. Write that on my handy dandy sheet, too.
It's a handy one for sure. There is
Uh,
a shortcut in TTS for bringing up the cheat sheet of navigational um, buttons. And just a moment, I'll find what it is. Haven't used it in a while. It's the slash or the question. So on your keyboard is a question mark down by the shift key. If you hit that, it'll
oh,
bring up a nice little cheat sheet for all of the controls.
yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Good to go.
All right, perfect. So again, forgive the theme change. We're kind of in the middle of two themes here, but aside from that, it's the mechanics that I'm more interested in at the moment. So there's a few things I'm trying that at the end of the playtest, I'll have to decide if it worked the way I intended or maybe it failed catastrophically. We'll see. So the object of the game is to survive and to steal kills. You can steal a kill when a monster, like one of these dudes, comes from the middle. He spawns out of the middle down each path. So maybe he spawns on this path down this monster trail, and maybe he spawns out yellow down this monster trail. And he arrives at the end, which is your front door, thematically in the old style of the castle, and does damage to it in the new theme, it's the mailman. He's successfully delivered the mail, but the guard dog is trying to prevent that. Maybe it's the UPS driver. Maybe it's Girl Scout cookies.
Oh yeah.
So the monsters come out of the center. They spiral down to the end of the path, and you'll try to nab them and reduce their hit power to 0 as they walk down the path. In order to stop uh, their walk down the path, there are various base defenses. So, for example, this is a mine here, and if I were to place the mine here, you can see that that would do 3 damage to whatever dares land on it. So if this monster right here spawned and he came out the path, and he starts walking down the path, and then he lands here, you can see it's going to do 3 damage to him, and he only has 1 damage, so that's it. He's dead. You would have successfully killed it, and you'd move up the track. So there's a track, kind of like a race, to see who can acquire the most victory points. So every time you kill a monster, you get a victory point for it. And then when the monsters get more difficult, then you're going to get 2 victory points per monster. And then the really difficult ones are 3 victory points each. Now, the key wrinkle is that these base defenses can be built anywhere. I can build them on the green path. I can build them on the blue path. I can build them on the red path. So since I can build them anywhere on the board, I have to balance helping someone, because I'm making their path safer, with trying to be the one that delivers the final blow. So all that really matters is that you get the final blow. So you probably don't want to put it too early down their path, or it might not kill the monster, and not too late, unless that's the strategy you're going for. Generally, somewhere in the middle is where the kill shot will be performed most of the time, but that definitely varies depending on the monster and the round and lots of other factors. This piece right here is at the moment a joined piece. Based on some of the feedback, I'm going to try unjoining it and making the build requirements the same. But for now, it's a joined piece, and therefore each of these does 1 damage. So you could build it across paths, and you could also build it on the same path.
Nice.
And then finally, this one again is joined. In the future, I'm thinking of unjoining it, but building it with special requirements. But right now, you can build it in anywhere you like, as long as it's not covering anything. So you can see it can straddle multiple paths. That's completely fine. You just can't build it on top of the actual base. Obviously, it doesn't fit, but you can't cover up the base, and you can't cover any of the middle honeycomb in the middle. So that's the spawning grounds. But anything with the red, green, or blue color.
What about like one is on a yellow and one is on the not on any other paths?
Oh, like this? No, it has to be completely on the board.
Okay.
And you'll see that one side is a bit stronger than the others, twice as strong, in fact. 2 damage, while these two only do 1 damage, so it's a little synchronous there. And each of these tiles has an upgraded side. So you could build it for this and then later pay the cost and upgrade it. So when you upgrade it, you'll see it does a bit more damage, twice as much damage to be in fact.
Nice.
So you can build horizontally, that means more tiles, or vertically, that means upgrading your existing tiles. Now to spice the game up, there's these 2 pieces. The spring trap is probably the one that brings the most chaos and hopefully the most fun to the game. And that is, as the monsters come down the path, when they interact, as it indicates, the monster will be slung this way and the tile will rotate. And now he's green's problem.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Hopefully green was able to handle it at that point.
Cool.
But maybe green thought that that would happen, and green did this. So he would land here, bring, this would rotate, bring, this would rotate, and he'll make it to the end of the path. But now you'll notice that the 2 gears function a bit differently next time they're interacted with.
Oh yeah.
And then finally, what is this mud pit? This mud pit slows the monster down, and for the slowness, the monster will land there and will take a turn of rest, and then next turn he'll continue to move. So you can see without a mud pit, if a monster were to spawn, there's nothing to stop him unless he gets killed. He makes it all the way to the end of the path unless he gets killed. If there was a mud pit, then the monster, if he wasn't dead, would land here and would persist until the next round, and then the next round he would continue moving down the path. So it gives you a little bit of respite, a little bit of a break.
Nice. Now the mud pit completely stops them once they land on it, or
Yes.
okay, cool.
And the mud pit is a bit of a new wrinkle to the game, so it's definitely a mechanic that I'm testing. I don't know if it will stay like this, so it's definitely something to evaluate. The tiles themselves cost 1 gold in the new version, dog bones. Each tile. So if it's a 3 tile, it costs 3. If it's a 2 tile, you guessed it, it costs 2. And if it's a 1 tile, it costs 1.
All right.
Everyone has right now 1 money, so let me increase that to 3.
Ah,
Actually, since it's a 2-player game, why don't we make this interesting? I'll give us each 4 gold, and I'll pool it so that it cannot be shared. It can't be shared, rather. So the gold that I have on blue and yellow is shared, so I could spend all of it on blue, I could spend all of it on yellow, or I could split it, my choice. And the same with green and red. So you have 4 gold at your disposal. Spend it however you like for either or both of your colors. You remember you're building for green as well.
okay. Do
And
you
then
ever run out of tiles?
what's that? What's
There's
that?
a finite number of upgrade tiles.
There's a finite number of tiles at the moment, so if you build all of them, there's none left to build. But by then, the board will be pretty much filled up.
Okay.
And then let's see. The monsters are going to be in a bag in the middle. So let me get that right now. And unlock the bag, and I'll put it in the middle. There's the bag. Okay, so round number 1, we will we'll draw. There's 16 monsters in the bag, and then we'll say when someone passes this flag on the track, it's going to signify that some of the stronger monsters come out, and when someone passes this flag, it's going to signify that even more strong monsters come out. And we're going to just drop them in the bag, and you may draft a strong monster and you may draft a weak monster. It's another thing I'm testing out. I've tried versions where everyone has synchronous monsters, in other words, exactly the same. And I've tried some versions with asynchronous monsters, and here's such a version where I try that again.
Okay. You made the election game too, right?
Yeah, I'm still working on it as well.
Do you think you're gonna make it?
Hi, Graham.
Hey,
Yes, I plan on doing something with it, but I have put that on brief hold while I work on this one for a little bit.
Nice. What up, Graham? Hey, I'm
oh,
recording too, Graham.
okay.
All right.
Graham, did you want to jump in and have a look, or did you just want to spectate?
I could spectate if y'all want to stream. Still on the clock, but I'll be here to observe and communicate.
Okay. Let's see if
What
I can
happened to your
stream it.
name?
I changed it to my middle name.
All right, cool. Because of the Discord crap, where you got to change your name, or just cause?
Oh no. Are you talking about my Discord name or my
Discord name.
nickname there?
Discord name.
Oh yeah, no. When they sent out that message to everybody, I was like, okay, yeah, I'll change my name.
Okay, gotcha.
I recognize your voice now. I didn't recognize your middle name.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking like Cameron's brother is on here now. What's going on?
Twin brother, actually.
Oh, really?
Nice.
What? He makes games too?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
What game is this?
This is a tower defense. I'm in the process of retheming it from monsters and dark towers to overly protective guard dog, so it's kind of a little bit of a merge of themes. But when I'm done loading all the graphics, it'll be just the dog theme.
So I didn't mean to interrupt.
No
If y'all
problem.
are in the middle of anything, I'll just observe.
Okay, so that's the first player token. I'll give it to green. It'll rotate between us. So then I'll get it next, and that just signifies who can build first and who must resolve their monsters first. So it'll work something like this. We'll pull out of the bag one monster for each person. We'll flip it over, and then based on the first player marker, we'll go around the table. Green will go first, yellow will go second, red will go next, and blue last. We'll start resolving it, and by resolving it, I mean it marches down the path, and we see if you either stop it, kill it, or if it hits the end. And then next up would be yellow, and it goes and resolves all the way down, and so on and so forth.
And then what's determining what goes first, though?
The first player marker is next to green, so at the moment you have it, and then when the round is over, then it'll pass to yellow, and then it'll pass to red, and that way we'll all take a turn going first.
Gotcha.
Okay, so you've got 4 gold in front of you, you the green/red player. What would you like to buy? You can buy 1 base defense, and then I'll have a turn to buy 1, and then you'll have a turn to buy 1, and we'll keep alternating till we both pass, and then we'll resolve the round.
Okay. Let's buy one of these. Dang it. Okay. Let's buy one of these. First one to spawn will be on green, right?
Yep, but
Okay.
they're all gonna spawn. We just resolve the green one first. So what I mean is we flip it, and it's gonna march down the path, and something happens to it. Then the same turn, we're going to do that to yellow, and then by the end of the turn, all 4 of these monsters will no longer be in the middle. They'll either be killed or somewhere in the middle, or made it to the end.
Let's go there.
Okay, perfect.
Oh,
So that costs just 1 gold. If you want, just if they're on your mat, they're yours, and if you push them off the mat, they're out of your inventory, just off the green area, or however you want to keep track of it. It's up to you.
okay.
Okay, then I would be next after green. Let me grab my money over here. Let's see. What I'll grab is the fire, and I'll put the fire on the red and blue paths. Remember, you can build anywhere. That costs me 2 gold. Back to you.
Huh. Now, why don't green and red ever intersect though?
I'd have to make a longer path
Okay.
for some of the colors, but my goal for them to be still interactable together, so that they're not,
Okay.
they're able to interact rather, is to make the springboard, when you upgrade it, fling 2 spaces forward instead of 1. So it could be that red and green interact. If you upgrade your springboard, it will fling like a cannon the would-be assailant 2 spaces instead of 1.
Okay. Funny. Okay. When do you get more gold?
We'll spawn the monsters. We'll get kill points, victory points for everything we kill, and everything that makes it through. The base defenses made it through. Then we'll go -1 victory point, and then we'll get what you see as the income on the track. So right now you can see we're at the starting point, which is 2 gold, and then we'll get 2 gold. That's per player. So you're controlling 2 players, so you get 4 gold. And it's based on the color. So the colors might start diverging. One color might be farther along the track than another color, and that'll tell you how much gold you get. And then also, as a catch-up, if someone is way behind, then they get 1 extra gold for every flag that they are behind the leader. So if the leader is way up here and we are all back here, we would all get a bonus 2 gold because we're 2 flags behind. Think Quacks of Quedlinburg.
All right, so I'm going for red right now, right?
You're the same player, so build on the green path, build on the red path. It doesn't matter. I've already merged your money into one pool, so build anywhere you like. But yeah, we're going around the board, so it's as if you were red right now.
Where'd he go? Let's go the same thing.
Sure. So are you going to go on the red path or the different path? Still going on the red path. Okay.
Well, I mean, you're already doing, and most of the guys they only have one life right now, so
1 or 2 life are the initial spawn guys. So yeah, a 3 would for sure kill it in one shot.
yeah. Yep.
Okay, excellent choice. And then it costs 1 gold off your mat. And then play rotates to blue. As I'm playing the blue player in this 2-player game, I think I will, you know what, I'll try the strategy out. So I'm going to buy the 2 tile and I'll build it here. Okay, back to you.
And it makes you out of money, right?
That does make me out of money, so it's up to you to spend or save your last 2 gold.
Say the mud hole stops them for how long? Well, I
1
mean,
turn
it completely
per
stops them.
mud.
Okay.
1 turn per mud.
Okay.
So it gives you a little chance to build in front of them. Right now, you see once they spawn, they resolve, but the mud would give an extra turn before the final resolution of that monster.
All right. Spin another book.
Yep. All right, you got 1 gold left. Would you like to save or spend it?
I'll save it.
Perfect. Okay, so we've all done the buy phase. We've all locked in. So now we'll just go ahead and flip the monsters. You can see, oh, I misspoke. Some have as much as 3 and 4. I forgot that I mixed them in. My apologies. So we'll start with green. So go ahead and resolve your green monster. So it comes out of the gate.
Yep. And it's gonna take 3 damage, and then it's dead.
You got it. Now, maybe it wasn't a perfect explanation in the teach, but I'll just mention it now. The 1X on that tile indicates it's a one-time use. So mines are very powerful, they're very cheap, but they are not persistent. So the mines will be detonated, will come off the board. That's to balance them, of course.
Gotcha.
Okay, now on the track over here, you can move your green piece up 1. I'll help you. There you go. So it's moved up 1 up the track, which means next round green is going to earn 2 gold still, but you know you're winning the game. You're farthest down the track, and we'll say that the win when the game ends, I got to figure out what is a great end. Is it 5 rounds? Is it a certain trigger on the track? So we'll just say right now, we'll maybe play 3 or 4 rounds, but normally I'm thinking 5 rounds or maybe 6 is a general game length. We'll say that your position on the track is the farther back. So if you control green and red, whichever one is losing more is the one that we'll evaluate. So not the one that's farthest ahead. So if you just go all out in green and green's way down the track, but you don't do anything in red, red will be what we evaluate. So you gotta kind of split your duty between them as far as where your track position will be.
Oh, the game is meant to be like a 2-player where you're controlling 2 different colors?
I haven't tried it quite like this before. I had a 2-player track where there was only 2 colors. So I took out 2 colors and made them spiral a little more, and they interacted a bit more. But there are a couple games recently I played where the 2, the 3, and the 4-player accounts all use the same layout, and they just change some things in the game to make that a reality. So I wanted to try at least a play test or two like that.
Okay.
Okay, so next up is yellow. I happen to spawn a little more difficult monster. So he moves here. He's now a 3, and he made it to the end. So unfortunately, yellow didn't get the memo. Yellow's going the wrong direction, but I do get more gold next round. You see that at the back of the track gives you a little bit of a boost. Okay, so that monster made it through. I don't get the credit for it, but your monster did get killed. This monster. I'll just flip it over so we can keep track. It's on the track, but this might be another way to keep track.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it's Red's turn. You can go ahead and resolve the red monster.
All right. So this one is 1.
Yep.
Yeah, he gets hit by the mines.
Just out of curiosity, there's 2 paths out of the.
Oh.
I didn't
yeah,
explain it.
Okay. There we go.
I actually intentionally didn't explain it because I haven't decided what it should do. Should the player get choice or should it be predetermined? I don't know. But I wanted there to be not just one door out of the gate, because what can happen is if there's only one spawn point and someone puts their right on that spawn point, then they can affect all monsters out of the gate. So I wanted there to be a little bit of a not the ability to totally control the spawn of any one player. So we'll say for right now it's player's choice. So obviously you'd want to choose this one that's more optimal for you. But we'll say in the coming rounds we'll spawn 2 monsters per path, and that way they will each spawn out of 1 path, and where you draft them, so that would be the first spawn and that would be the second spawn. That'll choose the path that they're out of. We'll try it that way. But for now, it's kind of an introductory round.
This is actually more beneficial, right?
It helps me. I'm the yellow player.
Oh, but I mean, this is still on the red path, though, right? Oh, but because
True, doesn't matter the path. It matters who killed it.
The yellow trap, okay.
Yeah, that's why you will want it to come out this one for sure, if given the choice. Yep.
Did you want to make it a dice roll there, or like a cards, evens and odds cards, or?
Dice rolls tend to slow the game down, as fun as they are. Where's that die? Oh, it's over there. Can you hand it to me? I roll it. Oops, it went off the table. So I'm going to try and avoid the die. Maybe I'll introduce it if necessary, but I'll say, well, I'll avoid it for now, and it'll be the first one you pull out of the bag goes on the first arrow, and the second one you pull out of the bag goes on the second arrow. Simple as that.
You could just do like a bag of A and B chits, and then maybe A, B is the arrow. And then you could have like a something tech upgrade that lets you choose either one. But, yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's a really good thought. I've never thought of having giving the player the choice of the spawn with some kind of tech upgrade. I love that idea. I'm writing it down.
Great. So the 3 kills it. This is 1 life and 3 move. What's the footwork about?
I tried some variability of speed, how they move. So in some other versions, this had a 3. So if that were the case, he would come out 1, 2, land, and whatever's here he interacts with. These 2 he skips, does not interact.
Okay.
Too fast.
Yeah.
And then 1, 2 interacts here, does not interact before that. So you can see he's only going to interact with a third of the track, and he keeps skipping. And that created some interesting scenarios, and I may come back to that. For right now, I'm just trying everyone is a speed of 1, but you're right, I haven't loaded the graphic yet.
Okay.
All right, so you got it. So we'll flip it over, indicate you have a second victory point. Oop, this time for red. And the red mines come off the map.
One time.
And then I'll move the red marker up 1. So you're doing a great job. And then it's last player blue. And it's not looking so good for blue. So here, 1, 2, oops. Sorry, blue path, only 1. Here we go. And makes it to the end. And he hits blue. Does not get the victory points for it. Made it through. So blue moves back 1 as well. But yellow and blue do get 3 gold as opposed to 2.
Nice.
So we'll be able to spend a bit more. Okay, so ends the round. The first player token I'll pass over to the next player. It means yellow gets to build first. Everyone gets their income, so you get 2 plus 2, you get 4 gold, once for each color. And I get 6 gold, only because both of my guys underperformed and are at the back of the track.
Okay.
And then we look at flags, and no player has crossed the first flag yet, so there's no extra bonus gold given, and it's back to the build phase. So let me think what I'll do here. Yellow is going to build this,
The build phase.
and that costs 3 gold, and I'll spend it, and it's back to you.
All right.
It's for the red player, so would you like to build for red?
Yep.
You've got 5 gold.
Build for red. And you upgrade the pieces, how?
Spend the cost a second time, so I'd have to spend 3 more gold to flip it.
Okay. And then this right now is one round. This is the second round of 5 that we're doing.
Well, with the tar pits, there would be probably a bit more than 5 rounds. 5 rounds was optimal, 6 maybe, when the monsters always went to the end, every spawn. Now that they can persist in the middle, I'm thinking maybe 10 is right. I don't know. It's something I got to work out.
Okay.
But I think for time we won't play to the end, but we'll get familiar with the mechanics, and then we'll figure out a good stopping point.
Okay.
If that's okay with you.
Oh yeah. Go right here, 1 gold.
Okay, nice. All right, so it's back to me.
I keep on spamming the mines. I don't think the mines should just. I think once you use the tile, it should be gone forever. But
I have tried that where it's destroyed out of the game. Goes back into the game box. Because that's interesting too. I could go back to that. I'll make a note that that's your preference. But that's a good idea. Let me think. I will go. Let's see. I'm looking for a nice red spot. I'm going to put that here. Okay, it cost 1 gold. You're back up.
cool.
Oops, that was an illegal play. I bought it from the yellow player. I meant to buy it from the blue player. Right, because we've rotated. Now it's green's turn. Okay, go ahead, green.
Okay. Yeah, this is crazy, but green. And we'll just match that, I guess.
Okay. Which way did you want to point it? Kind of pointing to the middle there. The Q and E are the rotation keys.
How do I line it up?
Up at the top of the screen is a rotational angle. It might say 90 degrees or some other number. Every time you click on it, it changes. You'll want 30 degrees is the optimal here. Near the guy lifting the weights. Okay. It's a button at the top of the screen.
Okay, so I pressed it, but how to make it do the thing?
Now Q and E will rotate it whatever the number of degrees is specified now.
Okay.
There you go. Nice. Looks like you chose 15, but that works too.
Oh no, it's 30, but yeah, okay.
Okay, great. Okay, so interesting. Okay, so that costs 1 gold, and now it's back to me. And I'm going to put some mines.
Now, what does the guy lifting the weights do?
What's that?
What's the like lifting height? Okay, I got you.
Yeah, it's just a way of describing the look of the icon at the top of the screen. Okay, yellow spent 1. It's over to red. Would you like to buy for red or pass?
Red.
Already we have a very interesting corner of the map.
Oh yeah. Hmm. Red will just pass it.
Red will pass. Perfect. Okay, so it's over to blue. I have exactly one coin left. So blue is going to buy Springtrap right here, and it's back to you.
And then could red buy from now on, or is red out for the rest of the game?
No, red or green. It's up to you.
Okay.
It's more meaningful to buy order in a 4-player and a 3-player game because you're a player and you're waiting for your chance to buy. In a 2-player game, it's just alternating basically. You get a turn, I get a turn. So it doesn't matter too much who you buy for, who you build for. It just matters that you only build one thing and then I get a chance to respond.
And just spend 1 here.
Okay, cost 1 gold. You have 2 gold left. Oops, that's your victory point.
VP.
Don't want to lose that. I'll grab it for you. Okay, there's the gold. And you got 2 left. You can spend it or save it. You can keep going because I've already spent to my last time.
I'll pass.
Okay, perfect. So all passes around, starting with the first player token will be yellow. So we'll draft out of the bag 2 monsters. So the first monster will go on the first space. Second monster will go on the second space. So now it's predetermined which path they come out. All right, twice as much monsters, hopefully twice as much fun. So we'll start with yellow. Yellow reveals, and yellow decides this guy will come out. 1, 2, he dies, and yellow gets the victory point for it. Yellow moves 1 up the track. Now I'm back where I started. The second of the 2 monsters spawns, lands here, dies immediately, and yellow moves 1 up the track. And now it's red's turn.
Cool. Red is here? Yeah.
You can choose which one you want to spawn first.
For 1. I'm going to just let fate decide, so I'm just going to go whatever. Just go bow. Okay, so that goes there. Then what?
Yeah. So now he springs here. This rotates. This one springs here and rotates. This one springs here and rotates. The monster takes 1 damage. And now he lands, and actually you can't rotate into the spawn. It's like this. It has to rotate to the next valid position. So he's at 1 health left. Okay. He lands here. This slings him over here and rotates. And he dies on this red space.
Sweet. All right.
So red gets the victory points for that one.
Sweet. Happenstance. And then this one will come out, and then don't want to.
I'll go ahead and move the red marker up 1. Okay, and let's see what happens to the next one. Starts here.
And it'll be yellow on yellow, so that's no good.
Yeah.
And then we'll go blue on yellow.
He has to come out remember we already predetermined the 2 spawn points. So this guy has to come out the second path.
Now he couldn't come out on that one?
This one right here, look, this one's already gonna come out this one, and this one's already gonna come out that one.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So yellow got that one. I'll move yellow up 1 on the track. And now play passes over to blue. Let's see what happens to blue. So they're both 3s, so it doesn't matter which one I spawn first. So see, he lands here. Now he's a negative 1, so he's a 2. And he lands here, still a 2. Slings him here. Yellow kills him, and this rotates to the next valid position. Now it'll sling onto the green path. And this was a 1 victory point monster. Boy, yellow is doing good this round. The mines blew up, and yellow moves 1 up the track. Second blue monster, let's see what happens. It comes out here. 1 health off. Moves here. Still at 1 health. Still at 1 health. This slings him over to the green path and rotates. And he makes it to the end of the green path.
Oh, look at that crap.
Yeah.
So I lose 1.
So green will move 1 back on the track. And that's the end of blue. Now there are 2 left for green to spawn.
Okay. Two and a 1.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this one has to go here.
Mm-hmm.
And then yet freaking again, so then the spring moves.
Yep, I rotated it twice because this is an invalid position. You can't sling it back into the spawn area.
Okay.
And it lands here. Yep, looks like yellow got it. Boy.
Yellow got it.
Profitable round for yellow.
Okay,
and one more. Let's see what this guy does.
This guy's a 1, so coming out here, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's taking 1 there.
Oh, looks like blue got it. One hit, 1 damage. Yeah, that's all I had.
Blue got it.
So it'll go over to blue. Blue moves up 1. And that is the end of the round. The dust is settled. Yellow crossed one of the flags, which means red and blue and green, so you profit twice, will get an extra bonus gold because the leader is a full flag ahead of those colors. If red was here, however, red would not get a bonus. So it's actually better that you're in this position. You get an extra bonus gold.
Okay.
And then the first player token rotates. You get your gold based on your income level. So red is here at a 2, and green is also at a 2. So you get 4 gold. Plus your 2 bonus gold, you actually get 6 gold.
6 gold.
Nice. And for me, playing both players, I get 2 for yellow, 2 for blue. That's 4. And then I do get 1 for the guy. So I get 5.
That's a lot as well.
And beware that I will be putting some much stronger monsters in the bag because we're together. We are getting much stronger, you and I. Plus, there's a lot on the track. So I'm going to be putting some 2 victory point monsters in the bag. So we need up. I got to drag 4 in there because we need 8 in the bag. There we go. Okay, and there'll be enough for 2 each. So beware, some of these monsters are a bit stronger, and they may have unique abilities to them. I'll explain them when they come out. So red's first / green. You could build for red, you can build for green. Just build one thing, and then it'll be my turn to build for blue or yellow.
Okay.
You got 2 gold from last round and 6 gold from this round. Wow, you got 8 gold. You can build some. You can even upgrade too. Don't forget.
Oh yeah. How do you get a quick overhead view of the map?
I use the scroll wheel on the mouse. So if I scroll it back, it zooms it all the way out.
Well, I mean, like directly overhead.
Tap the space bar is another way to do it.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not in it to win it right now. I'm in it for the feedback and for the experience to see what works and what doesn't. Do you mind talking through your decision right now? Like, what are you thinking? Is it a tough decision? Are you trying to plan out your turn or any strategy?
I was just gonna say I had a problem with a hex game that I played recently, but I'm trying to disseminate where to go with these hexes right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to just find a good play right now.
Yeah, sure.
So, okay, first thing I got to look at is okay, you're on my path. So,
Mm-hmm.
the guys are going to be just much stronger right now, right?
They're going to be a bit stronger. They'll have as many as 6 hit points. And in addition to have as many as 6 hit points, they may have abilities that make them immune or extra difficult to kill. So the influx of gold we just got is going to be very much needed for the dialing up of the difficulty.
Okay. You can't place on
It,
the castle entryway, can you?
not on the castle itself, no.
Okay.
But if you're worried about me stealing your kill, you could put a spring right there and then, sling them right back.
Okay. I'm just gonna go with a safe move. Just spin one
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, if they make it that far, then you'll nuke them with a 3. You could even upgrade it later.
Yeah.
Okay, back to me. I can build for blue or yellow, and I will.
Oh, I meant to get the red. My bad.
Oh, sure, no problem.
Yeah. Where was it? Mine. Yeah.
There you go. I got it for you.
Right.
Was that it? Oh, I put it in the wrong space. Sorry. Okay. I'm also feeling like mines are the way to go at the moment. I'm gonna put it here. Your turn.
Okay. After watching that crap last time, we'll just go right there again.
Okay. Back to me. I'm going to upgrade this mine by putting in another gold. Now it's a -6. Ouch. Your turn.
Okay. Now, and you say the mud hole only stops it for one turn.
Right. It hasn't actually happened that a monster has made it to the mud and has had hits left. But if it happens, like on the green path, is where the only mud is at the moment, the monster will just get stuck there and will remember how much health it had with a die. If it had 1 hit left or 3 hits. And then next turn, when you spawn monsters, you'll also spawn them from that. The guy will continue basically.
Okay.
There's 2 of them there, in fact. So if you drag it off the top of the stack quickly, you'll see that they separate. There you go.
Oh yeah.
Still a lot of places you could build this. And don't forget, you can rotate it so the 2 could be, in an optimal place.
Oh yeah. Yeah, something's making a weird sound, but I don't know what it is though.
I hear the ticking sound. Not sure what it is.
Damn, hope it's not a bomb. Oh, this is freaking hard drive, external hard drive.
No, it's generally not a good sound to come from your hard drive.
Yeah, just an external SATA. 1 second.
Do you have Smart enabled for it? SMART, the Surface monitoring, and something. I forget what the last is.
Don't know what that is, but hold up a second.
It's usually in the BIOS, enabling SMART. It's a way for it to monitor the health of a drive, and that's usually a pretty good precursor if the drive is going to die. Smart is usually triggered prior to that, and then that gives you a little foreknowledge that you got about a month or less of time before the drive will completely fail, and that way you'll have some time to get the data off of it. But probably have your data backed up in 3 locations, and 2 different sites, I think is the rule of thumb, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Oh yeah. Nah, it's just a backup drive, just in case.
Right, but like you should have like a cloud storage, I would suggest. That way it's an off-site location and a different medium, and then back it up a third way, maybe like a DVD backup or tape drive or. But it might not be super important data, but for super important data, that's usually what's recommended, a 3-2-1 approach.
3. I hear you.
Okay, nice. So you got the spring trap. I was just about to go there too. That was a nice spot. Glad you grabbed it. Okay, I will go with. I'm thinking some more mines. Blue's way behind. Oh, why do I keep helping yellow? I'm buying mines for blue. Let's go here on the green path. There's a coin. Okay, back to you.
Yellow. I have 3 money, so I'll just go.
Yeah, do it.
Right here.
Gobble up those kills. I'll take the 3 money for you, just to speed things up. And it's back over to me, and I'll buy a mine right here. And it's back to you.
Right. $1. Can't go wrong with the mine. Maybe spring though. Yeah, let's go spring.
Ooh, trying to steal kills to make it down that far, huh? Nice.
If at all possible.
It also helps me that it won't hit my base now. Right? At least the first one will get green. Green will grab it. Okay, back to me. I will. A lot on blue. Ooh, a little bit on yellow. A good deal on green.
Oh, did I spend that last dollar? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think you got to pull it off. I'll put one right before it. Who knows? Who even knows if it will do anything? But that's my last coin. Okay. Red has the first player marker. So let me just pull out 2 for everyone. 1 for green, 1 for green, 1 for yellow, 1 for yellow, 1 for red, 1 for, oh boy, red. You got some strong monsters coming for you.
Oh, yeah.
All right, red's first. Let's see what happens. Go for it.
All right. Flip.
Okay, so this is a flying monster. And it flies right over any 1 hex tile. This is a 1 hex tile, so he does not bring the trap. He flies right over it. This is a 2 hex tile. He would interact with this. And this is a 3 hex tile. He would interact with that. But anything that is exactly 1 hex, he skips. He has 6 health. This guy is a 5 health monster. Thematically, there's a lot of them. Clones, think of it like a large army of a little bit of weak monsters. He is immune to the single shot. So the single shot is the 3 hex. So he is immune to the 3 hex. And he's immune to the 1 hex. So we'll say the one with the least amount of health goes first, just to avoid additional thought. So we'll say the 5 hit point guy goes first.
Well, I don't think I want that though.
No, we'll go ahead and do the other one, but I'll say from now on we'll do the lower hit point first.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so we'll blow.
There's not much to think. It's just a matter of resolve it, and we'll see together what happens.
Yeah, but then I lose there too. Okay. All right. One.
No. He skips
Oh.
this because that's a 1 hex. So
Oh
he's
yeah.
still at
Okay.
6
Okay.
health, and he skips it.
So
Now
now
he's at 5 health.
gets hit for 5,
Yeah.
4. Then it goes this way, so that's
Yep.
2.
Yep. He makes it to the end.
What? No, no,
He's
no.
at 1 health, right? 1
There-
health, and then fly.
I mean, there's a
flies
mine
right
here.
over
There's a
it.
mine
He
here.
made it to the end.
No.
What's that?
There's a mine
It's
right
a 1
before
hex.
it.
It's a 1 hex.
Oh, it's a 1.
Yeah, he's a tough one.
Oh my gosh. All
All
right.
right, so that made it to the end. You'll only lose the 1 victory point, not 2. He's worth 2, but he only hits you for 1. Otherwise, you'd be slippery sloping it back.
Okay.
All right, what's the next red guy do?
Red guy goes over here, so.
So 4 health left.
4.
Yep.
Wow. Goes there.
He's still at 4 because this is the 1 symbol he's immune to.
Okay.
So he's still at 4. He's on the blue path now.
Which
Still
way
on
does
4.
it go? Okay, so still at 4.
He makes it to the end.
Okay.
Yep, now blue loses 1. Oh man, that's hurting me. Okay, and that concludes Red's monsters.
Did you want to remove this one off of your tableau?
That was from a previous round, and he did kill a monster successfusally. That's
Okay,
just
okay.
keeping track of what he killed and what he didn't.
Okay.
So
Oh,
2 monsters have
should I
made it
leave
through,
this one?
and 1 monster he killed.
S-
It's okay. It's okay. I've already kept track on the victory point chart, the
Okay.
track.
Cool.
We've already kept track on the track.
All right.
All right.
And
And
again,
then,
you said
we'll-
this is one of
we'll
the
just
games
finish-
where you only score your lowest score, right?
Yeah, we'll say that's how we agreed.
Okay.
And we'll say this is the last round because in case we don't monopolize the whole time.
Okay.
Okay, so after green is yellow. Or no, that was blue, sorry. That was red. I'm all mixed up. That was red. Okay, rotating around the board after red is the blue player. Let's see what happens to the blue player. So we said the lowest hit point goes first. So 2 hit points and dead. So yellow got that one. Was worth just 1 victory point. Doesn't really help me though, because I got this blue guy way
yeah, the
back
blue
here.
guy, yeah.
I got to get that blue guy up. Okay, and now this one. This says he destroys whatever kills him. He's a bomb. He blows up.
Nice.
So let's see. 4 health. Spring trap. Brings back. This rotates. This springs over here. This rotates. Now he's got 3 health. This springs. Oh man.
Crazy.
Then this springs.
Okay.
And this sprung him here. This rotates to the next valid position. Now he's got 2 health. This springs him forward. Now he's got 1 health. And he dies here. Green killed him.
Green.
But green is now dead. So this space on the board is non-existent. It's as if there's nothing there.
Cool.
Because this guy, you got him. Green gets 2 victory points for that one. Nice.
Sweet.
So you get 2 victory points. Okay, that was yellow's turn. What a crazy turn. It's red's turn. No, red already went. I'm all backwards again. Green's turn. There we go.
Green's turn. All right.
And we'll say the lower health goes first. This one is just 4 hits. We already saw it before. This one's special. He doesn't spawn until the 6th hex down the path. He skips the first 5.
Crazy.
So we'll deal with that one in a minute. Let's do this one first.
Okay. Red. 1 bounces.
Yep, springs
here.
him to the trap. Yep, this rotates now.
Takes 3.
Oof. And the mines come off the board, right? They're detonated, but it didn't kill him. He's got 1 health left.
One
Yep,
left.
what happens next?
And then blue gets it anyway. Blue gets it.
Okay. Oh, blue's really happy about that. And it's only worth the 1 victory point. So blue moves 1 up the track. Okay, next one for green. So go ahead and count to the sixth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that's where he starts.
Okay. Right there.
Okay, and then he gets stuck on the middle, the tar. So he's still at 5 health, stuck there. And to keep track of him, literally it says 5, but this was my idea. There, he's got 5 health. He doesn't really need it because he's already at full health. Okay, and then the last player, yellow, goes. Let's see who it's got. Oh, they're both 4s, so it doesn't matter which one I spawn first. So we'll do this one first.
Doesn't it matter sometimes though with the springboards and everything?
I think ultimately they'll both, one will die somewhere and the other one will die somewhere else. I don't think it'll matter because they both funnel to this point. Because they both funnel to this singular point, the rest is it's gonna happen, ultimately however it was gonna happen.
But I mean,
Anyway,
just
I'll do this
sometimes though
one.
with springboards it'll matter though.
If there was a springboard right here, maybe. But we'll say the lower health goes first, but since they're the same, we'll just say player's choice. In this case, I choose this one. So -1, he's at 3 health. -2, he's at 1 health. Remember, he's on the yellow path, and he dies there. So yellow got that one there,
Nice.
which is not the one I wanted. Oh, passed a flag. And then the last guy, -2, -1, got 1 health, and yellow got him right here.
Yellow got him.
All right, and then, we would keep rinsing and repeating how the game goes. I would really have to focus on the blue player because of how far back he is. And you'll notice the yellow player being so far out in front gives you, the player behind, more gold. And you'll see once I turn the corner, I'm only going to get 1 gold. So he's going to really stall out for having
Crazy.
jumped ahead so far.
Okay.
And in some cases, I tried bonuses. So every time the first player to pass the flag gets a little bonus, kind of as a reward for being, lucky or efficient, however you want to look at it.
Yep.
And that's that. We would just, keep playing till we reached whatever the stopping point is. Maybe it's a certain number of rounds, or maybe a certain point on the track.
So with 3 players, are you thinking 6 paths?
I've tried 3 players with 1 empty track. Monsters still spawn on it, but I mean, you could build anywhere. It's just, it's just an empty path. It's no one player controls it. So it really plays like this game, like a 4-player game, except that there won't be that color base defense is all that really matters.
But like you wouldn't want to do it with 3 players where you control 2 different colors though, would you?
If I did that, I would need 6 colors in total, right? 2 for each.
Yeah.
And at the moment, I've only ever tried up to 4. So I'd have to. It's possible I remove these 2 rocks, and I have spots for it. But I mean, I could try that. I wonder if the board gets too busy and too long in between turns. I don't know. Maybe not. I could try it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that was cool with the you score your lowest guy. That was cool.
Yeah, so you would have won if we stop here because red is ahead of blue.
Yo. Man, I mean, yeah. It seems like, Robo Rally, the more you play, the better you'll be. But do you think, how much chaos do you think there is? Too much uncontrolled chaos.
I think there's a good deal with the springboards. So I'm working on a system of maintenance, which is why the chip says maintenance on the top side. And that way I was thinking anytime a base defense kills someone, it gets a maintenance on it. So let's say not the mines, but let's say this fire here killed someone. Someone died there. The maintenance token, the repair token would go on it. And at that point, you could just ignore that it's, starting to fall apart. But the next time that this exact spot kills someone, it then triggers that it's dead. So you'd have to pay a gold to remove a maintenance token. On a cheap tile like this, you might not care. You might let it run its course, and eventually it'll die out as it starts to kill monsters. And that way it keeps the board fresh. The other idea is that any tile that kills immediately comes off the board. So, this fire thing, as I mentioned at the beginning, I'd have to unglue it, so it's 2 separate pieces. And, if one half kills, then that half comes off the board. Or, one guy suggested, don't unglue it. The whole thing comes off. If either of these, double the spaces, higher the chance of killing, but then, it doesn't stay on the board as long as a single would stay on the board longer. So that helps to create the balance of what you should build, the perceived value. So those are the 3 solutions I'm working on to keep the board fresh. That also deals with the spring trap. So one guy suggested every time it springs, it's off the board. If you want to spring again, buy another one, put it there. But that way you can't monopolize certain spots on the board. It also helps in the ramp of the game. Then I don't have to worry about we as a collective player base having too much on the board as far as power. Then I have to really get strong monsters to have any chance for them to make it. You can see already a 6 got killed. 6 hit points was nothing. We're collectively pretty strong. So if stuff comes off the board, however, that keeps us capped at a certain power level, and we don't have to worry about the board collectively getting too strong. And then to make monsters stronger, you can see I can easily dial that up with just a few more hit points or special ability or 2. And that, because at this rate, if we graph it out, in a few rounds, I'd have to put out a 12 hit point monster to have any chance of it surviving.
Oh yeah. And that was round 2 that we were at, right?
No, we just finished 3.
3, okay.
Yep.
Hmm.
Because the first player marker's on red, and green started the game, so then it would rotate over to blue, and that would be the 4th turn.
Yeah, with stuff coming off the board, maybe yeah. Maybe like if there's 3 of every tile in a stack, maybe like 1 comes back forever, 1 crumbles or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that could be interesting. When it comes off, have 2 potential places that it goes. 2 piles, if you will.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite base defense? One that you thought was
Oh yeah, certainly
especially
the
fun?
mine. Certainly the mine. But
The mine. Okay, awesome.
yeah.
Yep. And did you have a least favorite base defense?
I never did the fire, but it seems like the mine, like mine's gonna hit it for 3. That's gonna get most
Yep.
of. That's gonna get most of everything, but the fire,
It-
it could hit twice, but it costs 2. But
True, but round after round, long term, it could become the more economical choice if
oh
you
yeah,
keep
true.
maximizing its benefit
Yeah, being there's my
without
first play, I
cost.
wasn't too good at it. I don't think, but maybe second time I'll do different stuff. But
Well, I kept accidentally grabbing too much on my yellow player. I needed to get blue a little bit more involved in the game. But I mean, if I take 3 kills away from yellow and add them to blue, we're mostly neck and neck, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There's not much difference between where we are. It's just that I've happened to have everything on 1 color.
yeah.
So what I'm saying is, for a first play, you didn't do half bad.
Oh yeah, man. But like I was saying, like with the monster lineup of who goes and the choice, I'd be pissed if like I could move the higher value first and get the kill, but if I have to move the lower value first, that's gonna lose me the kill. I would hate
True,
for that
but
to happen.
my goal is, I've seen other players really deliberate, and
Yeah,
they'll
but it
count,
keeps the
and they'll
game moving
count,
though.
and they'll count, and it really slugs the game down. And I'm not looking for a chess game. I'm looking more for a much quicker, peppier game. So
Yeah.
if I can create a simple thing that says the first one drawn from the bag goes here, and fate has decided, tough luck, but fate has decided for you, I'd probably gravitate to that because it just
Oh yeah.
speeds it up.
That is better though. Yeah. As far as keeping the game moving, definitely. But like a tech to make you be able to change that though, that'll be nice.
Yeah.
And that could be the bottom one of the stack or something maybe, or something like that maybe.
Yeah.
Perma
Those-
upgrades or yeah. maybe the tableau could be like a top and a bottom, and then like instead of just always upgrading on the board, you could have some upgrades that last on the board. Something, I don't know.
Yeah,
Even
yeah, I
after
could
they're
do a
destroyed.
lot of upgrades.
Yeah. It makes you have anything that makes everything that hits a tile like -1 or
I guess I didn't understand.
oh like instead of hitting it for 1, it'll just be -1 anyway. But it's kind of the same thing as hitting it for 1, but you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
But if that matters at all, and then of course detect guys who skip and stuff like that. That's cool, but it might just be
Hmm.
adding too much. But maybe.
Yeah,
But no, I mean it was cool. I liked it.
nice.
I feel like in person this will be something I'll get into more because I can see it better. But
Yeah, probably. One of those games that probably the physical connection can't be underestimated. Yeah.
oh yeah, yeah. I really like
Well,
the 2-player you score your lowest thing too. But
yeah. Yeah, that
that
way, I can't asymmetrically focus on one color and totally ignore the other.
oh yeah,
Gotta kind of even them out.
oh yeah,
Well, great. Thanks so much for playing, and thanks for your feedback.
oh yeah. Thanks for having me. All right. I guess later Gators.
Do you have a